What's up everybody, my name is Moxie and in this video I'm going to show you how to compress vocals. Forget everything you know about just slapping one compressor on your vocal chain. The real trick is using two compressors in series. Let me show you real quick. Here is a vocal with just one compressor.
I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions.
And here is the vocal with two compressors.
I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions.
Hear how it sounds smoother, more consistent, more upfront, and it sits perfectly in the mix. Think of it like this: instead of one compressor doing all the heavy lifting, you let two compressors share the work. The first one catches the peaks and keeps everything under control, and the second one smooths out the performance and adds tone. That way you get balance, control, and a natural sound without crushing the life out of your vocal. A classic chain is the 1176 in 2A LA-2A compressor. The 1176 is fast, it grabs those peaks instantly, and the LA-2A is slower and smoother and adds a really nice warm tone to your vocal. Another option is using Vocal Rider by Waves into the 1176 into the LA-2A. If you really want level consistency, the Vocal Rider does automation first and then the compressors do their job more evenly. Let's bring up the 1176 so we can set that up real quick, and I like to start with a medium fast attack and a fast release time. Remember that the attack and release knobs on this compressor are differently on any other compressors you know, so keep that in mind. And I like to use the 8:1 ratio because that gives me a bit more character than the 4:1 setting on this compressor. And I'm going to aim for a few dB of gain reduction on the loudest parts of the vocal, so you don't have to squash the signal with this compressor. Let's set it up.
I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions. I know I can be heartless, but I can still promise I wanna give you all my attention, yeah.
As you can see, the compressor only reacts to the louder parts of the vocal. I brought back the output knob to match the output with the input, so we can do a honest A-B comparison.
I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions. I know I can be heartless, but I can still promise I wanna give you all my attention, yeah. I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions. I know I can be heartless, but I can still promise I wanna give you all my attention, yeah.
Alright, those loud peaks are under control right now, and let's bring up the LA-2A compressor, also by Universal Audio. With this compressor we're only going to do a little bit of compression, between 3 or 5 dB of gain reduction. This evens out the body of the vocal and glues it into the mix. I'm going to play a little bit less of the vocal now, and I want you to focus on the third sentence of her performance. That part is quieter than the rest of her vocal, and with this compressor you will hear that that part of the vocal and the other parts of the vocal are more together volume wise. Let's set it up.
I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions. I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions. I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions. I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions.
I hope you could hear what I meant with the third sentence. You can really hear what she's saying right now. When I enable the compressor and when I bypass the compressor, the vocal gets pushed a bit more back into the mix. That's something you can achieve when working with two compressors in series in a really natural way. That's why I always recommend using two compressors instead of one. I'm going to play a real quick comparison with the dry vocal, the compressed vocal with one compressor, and the compressed vocal with two compressors, so you can hear the difference between all these methods.
I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions. I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions. I could take over, boy, let me control ya. I wanna know your deepest intentions.
Pretty cool, right? You can hear how it's under control but still sounds alive. And that's how you compress your vocals without squashing the dynamics of your performance. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, and I hope to see you on another one. Peace!